All right. Good evening, everybody, and thank you again for taking this the time to join me tonight. And this is a subject that's very close to my heart. I've been around people that has a lot of pain, being a physical therapist in different settings, hospitals, subacute unit, acute unit. Home care now is where I'm focusing on my work, and outpatient, and even doing management or being a director in 2 buildings. I've done that years ago. So I do have probably close to about 24 years of PT, physical therapy experience. Most of it are in the geriatric population. And I again want to welcome you to this class. All right. This is the New Year, New You promo that doTERRA is running until the end of the month. And if somebody's new to doTERRA, you can just probably do a screenshot on the access code on the top. And I'm going to repeat this at the end of the talk tonight. This actually, if somebody enrolls with a 100-point value this month, within 3 days with this webinar, and pre-plan on doing a 100-point value order for March, the month of March, you actually will receive 100 loyalty reward points free, and whatever you want to use it. So it's an excellent program. All right, to begin, couple of questions for all of you, or for all of us. How long have pain been an issue for you? How would you solve these issues? How would solving these issues change your life? And what are you willing to give up or do differently? Do you need safer, more effective health solution to manage your pain? So I think this is the last question. Yes, you would love to want to do more safer and more effective, because you are in this class today, and I'm just so thrilled because a lot of people that responded to my invitation that they have plans already and they want the recorded webinar emailed to them. So I'm very encouraged. Now, just to start, doTERRA does not prevent, treat, or cure disease. I'm not a doctor, I'm a physical therapist, and I'm not attempting to diagnose or treat or cure you. And this presentation is on my research, my experiences, and I would highly recommend do your own research. We do have a lot of wellness advocates available all over the world, and I will give you links to how to connect with us if you're new to doTERRA. You're not alone. We're a very helpful group of people, and we really are advocates to promote wellness in a natural way. So what prevents disease? Our diet, exercise, rest, how we manage our stress, and how do we expose to toxic exposure is a big part of preventing disease. And as a physical therapist trained in the Western medicine background, actually I'm so excited with doTERRA because it is actually bridging the gap between Western and Eastern medicine practice. And we have excellent doctors, especially here in the U.S., awesome orthopedic surgeons. You know, when I approach people with pain, I kind of able to assess them. Is it muscular or tissue-related, ligaments? But if it's structural, you know, there's some broken bones or alignment problems, I tend to refer them to a doctor, orthopedic surgeon, chiropractor. So don't think the doTERRA product is the only answer to your solution. This is actually a tool that you can use, and more so it's natural, which your body will recognize. So again, consult with your doctor and be open to your doctor. With my primary physician, I tell them, I do my own research. What other options do I have? And sometimes, I've had doctors that have been very open to me and open to natural solution, and they themselves ask questions. Okay, what have you done? So be open to them. And our body, when you're put something that your body recognizes, especially plants, our body will cure itself. Okay. Now, I just want to introduce my family. This is me on the right. This is my little Isabel. I'm probably not too little anymore, but she was born a big baby. So, being like a 5 foot tall person, having close to a 9-pound baby, it really changed a lot of my structure. Actually, my foot, um, from a size 6 shoe size, went up to a size 8. So that was a very drastic change to me. Now, as being a physical therapist, I'm always on my feet and been doing home care for the past probably about 6 years. So I've drive so much on my right foot. So I'm doing like pushing on the gas. So I'm doing, they call it plantar flexion, that irritates more and more my fascia on my right foot. So I developed plantar fasciitis. And, it's just something that my feet constantly gets inflamed. And just for your perspective, I do have certification for taping, for a lot of ETPS, E-stim, ultrasound. I use them on myself because I have them. And and as I go through my presentation, I'm just going to tell you how I'm impressed with the essential oils as part of the tool that I'm using. So I've also had chronic pain for about 12 years until doTERRA came. It was not the pain that got my attention of doTERRA. It was actually from a hormone imbalance. And my primary physician, because I refused to do hormone therapy replacement, he recommended peppermint oil. And I got into a class, which Dana is here. Again, I always thank her for being proactive to her care and telling her primary doctor. We didn't know each other. And she just left a flyer, and I was able to attend her class, and the rest is history. Now I'm here advocating doTERRA to everybody I know. So I just, and one of the things too that I want to point out too, that my husband has an autoimmune disease from a vaccine injury. So as you can tell, his upper body, the upper traps, from neck to the shoulder, it's in constant pain. If you see him lying down on the floor playing with Isabel, because he cannot carry Isabel because she was such a big baby, it hurt him so much. And seeing him regress year after year and just had taken really heavy meds, and his stomach wasn't able to take it, and he was just maintaining pain medicine using Tylenol for years. And again, we'll jump into that in a bit. Okay, that's my family. Now tonight, just these are my 3 objectives. What are essential oils? Okay, hopefully when you're done with this class, you know that you'll have an idea what they are, how to use them for pain, and what's the best way to obtain them. And we always forget the cost of pain management. It costs money. You get your prescription, and then sometimes you have, most of the time you have side effects on synthetic med, and then you have to get another prescription for example, muscle spasms, and then one of the side effects might be nausea and vomiting, and then you'll get more medicine. And so it takes money to do that. Your time, how much time have you taken off from work? And one of the things that I was going through with the hormone imbalance is that I have to take some time off like every other month because I'm in so much pain. Energy, wow, especially if you take care of small children, even if you for my being in geriatric care, I have caregivers of spouses that's taking care of their spouses. So it if they're in pain, taking care of their loved one, and they don't have too much energy to take care of themselves. Now, everyone will experience pain. So, and then 50% of the ER visits are pain-related, and 100 million Americans suffer from chronic pain. This might be a little bit higher now, 600 billion a year in medical treatment and lost productivity. That's a big number. Now, when we feel pain, it is not one way. It is actually a systemic communication. So, for example, you burn your right hand, it will give you sensation throughout, and then through your brain, and it will tell your brain that, this part is hurting, do something. Yeah, you step on a Lego, okay, and then you have a reaction, you step out of it. So it's connected, your nerves, spinal cord, brain, perception, responses. So it's not just one way. Okay, the difference between pain. Two types of pain, we can differentiate them. There's acute pain and chronic pain. Now, I'm so sorry that this is a little blurry, but you can actually still read it. I did this presentation on my iPad, but somehow when I transfer it to my laptop, it was not too clear. But there's a couple of slides like that. So when trigger comes in, okay, if you scrape your knee, obviously your body protects itself, and then it causes inflammation, so it's not going to do more damage. So and then it's going to have tissue damage on the area, and then your body repair itself. So that's an acute pain. One of the things that I am just being a physical therapist and seeing patient a fresh knee, fresh hip from the hospital. Sometimes they go directly home, and simple icing. We are just this medical system is such focus on pharmaceutical synthetic that they don't even go to the simple way to just take care of inflammation. Ice is one of the best way to do that. Elevation, rest, okay? So that's the acute stage. Now in the chronic stage, when I look it up, just a definition, chronic pain is a pain that you've been suffering more than 6 months. What happens is that if you have a trigger, there's inflammation and there's tissue damage, but then the cycle continues and continues and continues. You don't have any relief at all. You have healing in the body. As months go by or years go by, these actually have some psychological component. People get depressed. People get anxious and just irritable. So there is a very important component on pain management, the psychological component of it. Now, is pain bad? Well, no. There is a purpose of pain, and it is a warning for any impending injury or injury that has already occurred. So, like for example, you're driving down the road, and then your check engine light comes on, and what will you do with it? So that's kind of like, if there's pain, that's a warning sign. Some people just want to just cover it with Band-Aid, okay? But that's just not going into the root cause of the pain. And a lot of the synthetic approaches are not getting into that. So let's look at, when you have your check engine light, you actually get it to the mechanic, and they will go to what is the root cause of the pain. Now, the problems with synthetic, so it's synthetic medication, so often many harmful potential side effects, and our bodies aren't familiar with how efficiently how they process. So again, it leads also more to more medicine and more, and then the side effect. But I also not advocating that you stop all your synthetic meds. You have to communicate this to your doctor, or with the essential oil, you actually be able to bring them, while you're doing your prescription meds, and just introduce the essential oils and just see how your body reacts to it. Now, the number one cause of overdose are from painkillers, which was tripled from 1999 to 2006, and probably the number, I know it's higher. All right. So I mentioned before, just read labels. We always, I tend to forget to, before having chronic pain, I always like, oh, I'll just eat whatever in the store. But now, us having my plantar fasciitis, my husband's fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, autoimmune disease, we actually learn how to read labels. Now, have you had a chance to recently read the Tylenol extra strength box, in one of the pharmacy? And it's interesting because now the extra strength Tylenol has actually gone down, from 8 pills. This is the recommendation. Instead of taking 8 pills before, that was for 4,000 milligrams. Now they recommend only 6 pills per day, which is 3,000 milligrams. The dosing also interval has also changed from 2 pills every 4 to 6 hours and 2 pills every 6 hours. So this is Tylenol.com, and I was like, okay, I need to really look at the label on this. So I took a picture of the warning on the box. It says liver warning. Now, this product contains acetaminophen. And also, when I read the same thing, you can't take more than 4,000 milligrams in 24 hours, and you should be consuming 3 or more alcoholic drink every day while using this product. Sore throat warning. This is really interesting. If sore throat is severe, persists for more than 2 days, and accompanied by fever, headache, rash, nausea, vomiting, consult your doctor promptly. And I'm just telling you, because before doTERRA, my husband and I we didn't have any choice. We thought that we didn't have any choice. And, we didn't want to have those strong pain medicines, so we just, we're just doing Tylenol every day for years and not looking at, labels. So highly, highly recommend. Look at the labels and look at how many Tylenol product has been taken out of the shelves too for years. So that's a really interesting study. Now, good news, all right? Essential oils, what are they? Now, we're actually looking at the plant, peppermint on the left side, peppermint leaf. When you magnify that, you will see peppermint oils. So like I am in Florida right now. We just had some rain and cold weather this morning, and hot, and it was such an extreme weather today. So you thought, like, how does the plant thrive out there without somebody tending it, covering it, a doctor checking on it? Well, they have essential oils on them that takes care, it's the lifeblood of the plant. And they protect the plant and keep it healthy. And these essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. Now, this is what I got so excited with essential oils, because with being a PT, I really was impressed on how essential oils has changed actually, or affect the cellular level on my skin. And when people that probably got in a little bit later, I was mentioning that I myself had plantar fasciitis on my right foot, and saw that my right foot of my skin has gotten thicker because of a lot of swelling for years. I applied eyes, I tape, e-stim, ultrasound, and so many modalities, but it helped temporarily. It does help with pain, but with the change of my tissue, I was actually concerned because when I get back home and after long days of work, I like lie down on the floor facing down. I have my daughter step on my feet back and forth while she has the iPad. That's the only way she can play those games. And also I get my massage that way. And she was like, "Mom, your right foot is very leathery," and that's what happened when there's just so much inflammation and without relief. Now, guess what? Essential oils actually will penetrate our cell membrane. So the cell membrane, or each cell of our body, has actually a lipophilic. They call it lipophilic fatty membrane. So what's inside the cell stays there, and what's outside stays out. So it's kind of like a barrier. Now, so let me just read something on the physiology of essential oil written by Dr. Kay Hill. This is on the Living magazine, doTERRA, this quarter. And not only, it influenced the cellular function. Number one is the lipid solubility. It's fat soluble. And number two is low molecular size. Actually, essential oils are so tiny. Okay? Cells are enclosed in a protective membrane of lipid, which is fat molecules, that serves as a selective barrier to separate their delicate internal system from the external environment. However, all living cells must exchange materials like nutrients, water, waste products, etc., to remain alive. And because essential oils are both lipid soluble and offer small molecular size, they quickly and easily gain access to the cell. So they go back and forth. See that little kind of like a bacon there? That's kind of like a representative essential oils. It goes back and forth. And then it has access to the cell itself. Few other types of and then one of the things that that is written in this article, when a cell becomes compromised for any reason, it becomes dependent on additional systems and functions within the body to repair itself. The primary cause of cellular compromise includes poor nutrition, inflammation, toxicity, and exposure to pathologic microbes. When cells are compromised, their ability to respond properly is limited. For example, active and facilitated transport mechanism across the membrane may be lost until the cell is repaired. And the unique structural characteristic of essential oils give them the independence to influence cellular activity without dependence on the health of the body or the ability of cellular transport system. There are potentially no tissue barrier to essential oils within the body. Is that exciting? So in a medical, mind, like for me, this is just the most exciting chart that I am I'm just so encouraged, because we can actually have change the characteristic of our cell. We can make it more vibrant and more, and it's so fast. How you can see it. I got a burn probably a week ago, and I just put lavender on my hand, and I can see it in my very eyes how it prevents it from blistering. Okay, so that is how essential oil is very effective. Now, why is doTERRA different from other essential oils? Now, on this chart on the bottom, and obviously all families, or all of us, wants the best for ourselves and our families, right? Now, essential oil production in the world, it's the blue pie, the blue circle right there, which is synthetic. So that's just a lot of production out there. It's easy to produce, it's cheap, so you can do perfume industry, lots of synthetic essential oils that they use. Food grade, it's in the green section. Okay, these are like your cinnamon in your gum, or peppermint in your gum. So it's safe to ingest in a small amount. There's also therapeutic grade. So therapeutic grade, what I do is I do collect other oils, not just doTERRA, or just see the difference. Even if you go to Walmart or Dollar Tree, or dollar store, you can actually buy essential oil there. But look at how it's applied. It says 100%, but when the application, it's only say aromatic only. You can even put it on your skin. So check it out. But now doTERRA set the highest standard in the industry, which is just that small dot right there. It's called certified pure therapeutic grade oil. What are those oils? They are pure, which means that they're tested and ensures the oils are genuine, authentic, and potent. They are safe, and they are beyond organic. They don't have any pesticide. They don't have fillers and any foreign contaminants. And the potency of the oil. And I actually just listened to a herbalist that she's been have a store that, you know, selling essential oils, and the difference between the doTERRA oil and the other brand, because of its potency, she sees results right away. And where are they harvested? Are they harvested in the natural habitat of the plant? Okay, so let me see. I just have to check everybody. Anybody know where doTERRA marjoram is from? So I'm just putting it out there. You can actually look at there's a chat section on the wall, on the message wall. Let me see if anybody knows where marjoram is from. So marjoram, doTERRA marjoram, where is it sourced at? Okay. All right. Let me see. The next slide will tell you these are the origins where doTERRA they harvested. So marjoram is actually from Hungary. Not Hungary, Hungary. So so it's all over the world, and that's what doTERRA sets apart from the competitor out there. Okay, I just want you to let me point out a couple of in this list. You have geranium from China, your helichrysum. We're going to talk more about the helichrysum a little bit later because it's part of the blend, and it's from Corsica. Just pointing out things that we're going to be talking. White fir, another excellent oil for pain management, is from Australia. Okay. Now, one drop of peppermint oil is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So feel free to do a screenshot, and we're going to do a lot of recipes soon. And just do it, or feel free to do it. And also, you're going to just message me later if you want to have the access of these webinar, the recorded one later. Application of the oil. Okay, aromatic, topical, and internal. So if you see an A circle, some of you guys have magazines or a catalog or you might have downloaded a catalog online. This is kind of like how you can differentiate. Okay, how can I use this oil? Can I use it internally? It has in a catalog it will say that, but also in the bottle it has, if there is a supplemental facts in it, those are safe to ingest. Okay, well, why do we use oil aromatically? Now, we were talking about earlier why psychological it will affect, being in a chronic pain, even acute pain stage. It will affect your mind. So why not use the oils, diffuse them? Excellent, use one to improve your mold. And if you have just a new knee replacement, why not diffuse On Guard to just help kill bacteria in the air, open the airways. And that's one of Dr. Winterton's, which is he's an orthopedic surgeon, his recommendation, diffusing the oils, especially On Guard. Now, application, topical, so T. Now, reflex point chart, you can actually Google this, and you can, this will be your superhighway, like an IV in your body. So when you put, for example, if you have problems on your spinal area, so the arches on both feet, in mid arches inside, you can apply the oils there. to work on the spinal area to help with the pain. So something too, if you have some stomach problems, stomach pain, there is a small intestine like close to the heel, you can apply the oil there, the digestin. So you can do specific application. Now for best way, bottom the feet, and also put it directly to where it hurts. Okay. Now you can apply it to your head, feet, ears, but be careful close to the eyes. If it's like a hot oil like oregano, you gotta need to put some carrier oil in it. Internal. This is a method specific to doTERRA oils. You can actually also get a empty gel capsule or put the oil under the tongue or in the water. Highly recommend that. Don't put it in a plastic water because the oil will eat up the petrochemical and you don't want to be drinking plastic. All right, best way to do it if you want to relieve any digestive, mouth, throat, liver, and urogenital tract, this is the best way. All right, types of pain. So again, it's a little blurry, but just bear with me. It's divided into two, nociceptive and neuropathic pain. So nociceptive probably is a harder word to remember, but neuropathic, neuro, so it's nerve damage, nerve. So under the nerve damage, maybe chronic alcoholism, it will damage your nerves, amputation, back, leg, hip problem, chemotherapy, diabetes, AIDS, multiple sclerosis, shingles, spine surgery. Now, tissue damage, nociceptive, is divided into two, somatic, which is your bones, your joints, your connective tissue, your muscle, and also can be visceral pain, which is under the tissue damage. You won't, if somebody have a heart attack, they have stabbing pain on the left side of the arm. If you have liver problem, it hurts, your gut area, and etc. Okay. Now let's look at, kind of like in a quick description: tissue again, muscle, joint, your headache, nerves, might be stroke, fibromyalgia, diabetes. And don't look at this as single, individual. Some of them can be, counter-related, like related to each other, and it affect each other. Now we have the psychological aspect of depression, anxiety, stress, fear. All right, muscles. Okay, and you're gonna see these repeated again and again. The deep blue is gonna be a popular oil tonight. With the deep blue, I'm probably gonna go back a little bit. You can individual oil. We call it single oil. You have the peppermint. If okay, peppermint, I know that's a plant. Wintergreen, rosemary, birch, marjoram. So those are your single oil. Okay, but doTERRA actually have a blend for pain, which is the deep blue. And deep blue actually have, I'm just looking, it has wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, German chamomile, helichrysum, and osmanthus essential oils. So there's a lot in that oil, so you can actually check off any of those written in here. Now you can just use deep blue. All right. What I like with deep blue is actually, the frankincense and the helichrysum in it, and because helichrysum has the properties of deep healing, okay, tissue regeneration, not just not just having the peppermint to cool the muscle or the wintergreen to warm the muscle, but it actually aids in tissue regeneration. All right. Now, next one will be there's some suggestion there, and one of the things too, birch oil, that has been a favorite in my house. You can only get this oil during doTERRA convention. So if you have somebody that goes to the convention and they're selling convention kit, they have been part of that kit is the birch. Okay, and then now the next, getting a little bit more into the deep blue. There's you can get it on a roll-on right here, which is a 10 milliliter, and you can do it in a bottle, a 5 milliliter bottle that comes with a family physician kit. Now, it also comes in a tube, which is a 4-ounce tube on the bottom, right here on the left-hand side. Now, those are cream. The one on the bottom picture are cream. I'm sorry again if it's not too clear. Well, I use this with my feet nightly, and I don't use a lot. It is just pretty much just a small, like pea size on both of my feet, and my plantar fasciitis is not waking me up. I sleep through the night. And what I like too on the packet, this is like 10 packets. It's really excellent to put in your gym bag. Also wonderful to just do these oils before you do exercise and after. Okay, you get families or friends that into sports. Excellent oil to have. And sampling, the small little packet, excellent for sampling as well. Okay, bone problem. Okay, again, deep blue appears again. Now let me just point out the difference between peppermint and wintergreen. Oh, you know what? Let me go back to the other slide, because I will not highly suggest if you just got off shower and you put deep blue on because your pores is open. Wait a little bit. On the feet, it's not that much of a problem because we have thicker soles there, like thicker tissue, so it's you're not gonna have the icy hot effect right away. But if you put it there right away on your shoulders and it is cooling too it cools. Some people doesn't like that. So the difference between peppermint, so you can actually peppermint, like for the summer, I like that because you're in pain and you want to cool off your muscle. It's excellent. Now we're in a colder weather. You want something to warm your body, so I kind of like the wintergreen this time of the year. Okay, white fur. I know somebody that loves white fur before he goes to sleep, and it kind of like it smells like Christmas. It's really wonderful smell. Lavender as well is excellent for relaxation. You saw that helichrysum there. It again has the properties of tissue regeneration. Ligaments and cartilages. I tend to go towards lemongrass for this. Yeah, part of your plantar fasciitis is not just swelling, but your fascia is teared up. So I need to rebuild that fascia to make it stronger and less inflammation. So these are, and also I do use deep blue a lot, and then lemongrass, and it worked really well. Now, why I really want to spend a little time of chemistry, and this is not just oil that smells good. This has therapeutic benefits in it, and doTERRA has a panel of chemists, and it goes all over the world. And then one of the things too on my ask is if you know where lemongrass, doTERRA lemongrass come from. If you answer India, yes, you are correct. And specifically southern part of India, where there's a lot of rain during the day and cooler at night. So if you see their lemongrass is as tall as a person, like 5 foot tall compared to the lemongrass in Florida, which is really tiny and small. So they wanted to get the chemotype or the general and the other constituent of neural chemotype, okay? Because these two are best in giving you analgesic benefits. Okay, on the bottom, soothe sore muscle and joint because of analgesic benefit. Those are the two chemical chemotypes that is excellent for that. All right, so headaches and focus. So peppermint, wintergreen, past tense, frankincense. And past tense actually is an excellent, people that has migraines, tension headache, that is a really excellent oil. Let me just read up what's in the past tense blend. It's not really that expensive either. So past tense blend has wintergreen, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, cilantro, marjoram, Roman chamomile, basil, and rosemary. That is a lot of oil, and that in a 10 milliliter bottle. So sometimes I layer too. I might put, roll on a deep blue and then finish it with passion because it has frankincense in it. So I like the frankincense is your driver oil. It will drive your oil where the rest of the oil has to go to. All right. So some of the, I do have a Pinterest account, and I have a pain management section there, a board in my Therapy Oils Pinterest. And these are the recipes that you can get. Some people take morphine balm, 6 drops of frankincense, 6 drops of oregano or marjoram, put it in a gel capsule, and take it internally. Okay, these are for the restless leg syndrome, and some for tendinitis as well. So you can just go there and pin it, and there's a lot of more recipes in that. And you can also go to my website, therapyoils.com, and there's a Pinterest on the bottom, and you can just click on that as well. Next one, visceral. Again, related to the stomach. And you can see fennel, lavender, lemon. Fennel is kind of like, if you like licorice, yeah, that's how it tastes. Now, a lot of it are actually in the digestion blend. Okay, I'm going to read up the digestion blend. What's in that? They have ginger, peppermint, tarragon, fennel, caraway, coriander, and anise essential oil. And it aids in digestion of food and gives you healthy gastrointestinal tract. And this is kind of the blend that my husband is very skeptical with essential oils at first, and him having the autoimmune disease also affected his gut. And I just was applying digestion on his stomach, and he has taken Alka-Seltzer for years, and he was just impressed, but just applying it topically, how it helps so much and quickly too. So you have application on the digestion, not only for stomach and also nausea, motion sickness. Some people have used this for their sinus problem. Just apply it where the bridge on the nose, and take internally, and bottom of the feet for the children. FDA warning for taking antacid for years. Again, we didn't read up on the labels, but you should not take 3 14-day treatment courses for 1 year on this antacid, because it has possibility to increase the risk of bone fractures. Again, these are side effects. It's from fda.gov/customer. So read labels. For the ladies out there, you can just take a picture of these. These are for temporary relief for cramping, and also for I also think the phytoestrogen has been excellent to just balance hormone too. That's a doTERRA product. Nerve, lifelong vitality. I'm going to put that separate. And aroma touch. We're going to talk about it in a minute. Now, past tense, deep blue, your aroma blend. I go towards past tense because it has a property to ease the tension, like a nerve tonic. So really excellent for our nerves. Aroma touch technique. This is actually a technique of the clinical application of the oils. There's 8 oils here. Is for stress reduction, immune enhancement, inflammatory reduction, and you want homeostasis, balance on your system. So I like it because it's a technique. It's not a massage, so anybody can be trained with it, and I can, and there's certification for this as well. So really, really wonderful technique, especially those who had post-traumatic disorder, and it's just been such a helpful technique, and for both the one that's receiving it and the one that's applying it, because you can smell the oil, apply it on your skin. So excellent technique. All right, I have tips here and there. So we've been experiencing really cold weather here in Florida, like 40 degrees, right? 30 degrees. It's too cold, and sometimes your body your joint is just nagging joint pain. You know, I experience it. It's like, oh wow, this like kind of arthritis type of pain. Well, change in barometric pressure will have effect on our joints because we have fluids in there. Now, I like applying clove bud oil, and because of the chemical components of eugenol. If you go to a dentist office and you smell that kind of cleansing, you know, that's what you smell there, because they use a lot of clove for sanitizing. And not only is it very stimulating, energizing, it's also you promote blood circulation. Now, what I do with my oils is just I put it in roller bottles, okay, like the one on the clove bud, and probably have 70% of fractionated coconut oil. You got carrier oil in it. You can do your jojoba oil, or except mineral oil. You know, don't do it because it's gonna close the pores. So jojoba, grapeseed. There's so many oils out there, but my favorite is fractionated coconut oil because I can't smell the coconut. It stays liquid. Okay, I have that on my purse or in my counter or bedside. I tend to like different oils already blended. You know, probably one with swirlies bottle here. That might be for my sleep. One is for headaches. One is for the restless leg syndrome. So that at night, if you want something, you readily have it available bedside, and you can just feel the bottle. It's like, oh, this is the one for sleep. Okay, so instead of opening, turning on the lights, so you have those available, and you can bring it to go. And each family member has a roll-on, right? All right. Now, why do I include Slim and Sassy? Okay, I see a lot with, knee replacement, hip replacement. Those are your weight-bearing joints, especially the knee. If you put too much load in your joint, it's going to hurt. It's going to deteriorate. So Slim and Sassy it's a metabolic blend, and not only that, it will give you a side effect of losing weight. Okay, and it's just not giving you energy, but it lifts you up. So it's an uplifter. So one of the things too that I heard a webinar that people that has the blood sugar is it just up and down so much, and they had a lot of headaches when they started Slim and Sassy, because again it controls the cinnamon is really excellent for just the blood sugar regulation. It helps with that, so it relieves their headache. Now, to sum it up, on the bottom right here, this is our lifestyle and our health care. The bottom part is eat right. What are we putting in our body? What are you putting synthetic in your body? Look at the label. And do they have petrochemicals in it? Petrochemicals is plastic. Are you putting plastic in your system? How's your exercise? How you manage your rest and stress and toxic load? Again, those are chemicals that you put in your body. With shower toothpaste, your shampoo and conditioner. Okay, so those are the things that you inform yourself. And not only that, you just not, okay, I've seen that, but if you're not gonna see that label, but if you're not gonna act upon it, you've got to be proactive to your care. Okay. Next will be lifelong vitality. I'm probably gonna do an hour webinar on this. It has 3 sets of. You have your MicroPlus VMZ, which are your food multivitamin and mineral, your E Omega, which are 9 essential oils that are highly anti-inflammatory, and your CRS for the antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and cellular energy. And this is the only product of doTERRA that has 30-day money-back guarantee, because it really works well. Okay, but if you pay it separate, buy it separately, but it costs about $143. But if you do put it on your loyalty reward program, it's 50% off. And they also come with vegan formula too. Okay, 2 ways with doTERRA. Okay, you can join as using the product. You don't have to, sell it or share it, but enjoy the benefits of the oils. But I guarantee you, once you open a bottle and use it in your home, with friends and your children, and you just can't help not share it. Okay, and while you're sharing it, you can get oils for free, and you might also, if you decide to do it as a business, you can earn or replace your income. Now, becoming a wellness advocate, there's a way, membership, wholesale membership. Just think about like a Sam's Club or Costco or BJ's. They charge about $55 a year, but doTERRA only charge $35. But if you get a kit, that $35 is waived. The benefits are you get 25% off retail. You get your personal account. You're pretty much paying for the online because everything you order are online. Or if you're not familiar with online, you can just call customer service and give them a phone call. Now, you get this Quarterly Living magazine, which I read the article earlier from Dr. Hill. This quarter is really excellent. There's a lot of doctors featured in that quarter magazine, which I enjoy so much, and everything. All the articles are excellent. We have member-only promotions, and eligible for the loyalty reward program. As you are loyal with doTERRA ordering the products, they actually give you points free, so you can redeem those for future oils or products. Now, when you renew it after a year, the renewal fee is $25, but then in turn they give you a 15 milliliter bottle of peppermint, which will bring you down to about a $4 renewal fee. Okay, so that's great. So these are the kits that's available. You have your family physician, and then your cleanse and restore, also your home essential kit. As you go up, you see that they include diffusers. Nice. On the right side, for this group, I really like the natural solution kit because it will jumpstart you to a loyalty reward to a 15% accrual. Compared to the left side here, you accrue 10. For the first 3 months, you'll accrue 10% of what you're ordering if you participate with the loyalty reward program. And again, if you place, for example, if you order this month, which is February, and you place an enrollment or an order 100 PV next month, you actually also get 100-point value right there. So that, I think, is the best. And as you go up, it's even getting better. You can, if you do the every oil kit, you start to the 20%. And if you got the diamond kit, you start to like 25%. And it tells you how much you save. If I knew then what I knew now, I could have gotten, the biggest, because it's really, really helpful. Excellent, clean product. I'm just enjoying it. Here again is the New Year, New You code. Just a reminder, we have 3 days to enroll to get this promotion. After these webinar, I have another webinar next Thursday. I think, yeah, next Thursday, and I have another access code for that. And we do have live class in Viera, Florida, so we do have those in the New Year, New You. So, but I just don't want you to, miss this opportunity or excellent promotion, because you'll get 100-point value for free if you enroll with a minimum of 100-point value. So each item of doTERRA, they have point system because the company is international. They don't want to just mess up with monetary exchange. So pretty much oil to oil, a lemon oil will be $10. You get 10 points. If you get toothpaste, which is about $8.50, they give you 5 points. Okay. All right. Now, TheraPureOils.com is my website, and you will be able to look at the wellness concern section here. You can just click there and look at bursitis and go look at the protocol. Okay, and there's oil and oil blends in there. You can just click on that, and it gives you, deep blue. That's in the soothing blend. It will give you information what's in the oils. Or peppermint, yeah, you can just access that. If you have any questions, please give us a, just contact us in TheraPureOils.com. There's a section there, contact form. You can just send a message and send it to us. And thank you so much again for coming, joining us tonight with this. I hope it's helpful. And if you have any questions, let me just minimize these, and I will put the, okay, let me see. I will put the dashboard in here so I will know. All right. Thank you again, and I will open up for question and answer.